Let me just tidy up that quote for you. Come at the king, you better not miss. Mr. Omar Little from the wire.
From the wire, it's no longer down to the wire, but for both teams, they want to end.
I don't know if UK was just playing something weird at this point, now that they've already lost the series, but I actually kind of like this comp. In the fact that how much disruption it has. It doesn't have the same kill pressure, but you can deny the Zarya from so much ult charge. So like normally Poco in these fights is just getting like super mega farmed. But there's no real poke that the UK has to like feed him into his bubbles. Like if the monkey and the ball just stop shooting under the shields, then they're probably just not going to feed much energy. And they're able to split the damage enough where monkey and ball are just going to do so much AoE damage, it's going to be really hard for France to heal it.
Where we saw a fantastic series, I believe earlier on today, going all the way to
I'm actually mistaken. Poco dies first here, that's why he doesn't get any ult charge. They actually do a good job of splitting him up here. Like he uses his self shield, and now he's got off on his own because there's no real place for France to rotate from where they were standing. I also hate this. I hate two supports, even if it's Zen. The Zen is garbage here, but two supports with 3 tanks against something like this, against a team comp that's going to aggress on you, is going to be so hard to sustain through. And maybe the Sombra is good, but I feel like you drop the Zarya here regardless. You have him play Brig for the time being before you can get a full reset on your team comp, because you need... It's weird for France here, like, you want Nico to keep his ult charge, but like Poco's the off tank. But it's usually the DPS player who plays Zarya, and then the off tank plays D.Va. But I don't feel like they want to swap here. But you have Poco swap Brig here, so that they can actually survive the dive, because you can stun the ball, you can stun the monkey. They're going to dive onto you, or they're going to be holding close, so you can punish them. But with this comp, you can see UK basically gets to cover all the doors. Once they come out here, the members just get tagged on, and like the supports are 1 HP while they're trying to cross. If either of the supports die while they're trying to cross, there's just no sustain for France. Like sure they stand on a mega, but they're just going to get AoE'd by everyone while they're in here. Pogo's not going to play the game, really. He's got an energy like just there, but he already had a support dead.
changing the rounds up as well. Onko going across onto the Moira, and soon is sitting there in this 3-2-1 composition, rolling out not with 3 supports, but 3 tanks, 2 supports, and the Sombra about to get the EMP online as well. He's just trying to play spoiler here. They're going to stop the UK from being able to touch the point. In this case, that makes we move to the second stage of the map where things open up a little bit more.
4 minutes 40 on the clock. They're going to give themselves an extra 1 minute 30. They get their second checkpoint.
Holding close now, but like they have to play like super bald, and the Sombra isn't going to get like as much value from the flanks because she's most likely not going to get much help. And the ball and the monkey can potentially just flank like super hard here. You can see ball drops in, monkey's again flanking.
Taking up Poco, Ben Best, make sure Mikey does not do that again in this engagement. A little bit of back and forth, but I think France might be able to hold on to this one until, of course, the Transcendence is used by Boombox. Cruz comes in with a kill onto Ben Best, and Nico just being staggered on the point.
Soon just get forced to recall away by Christopher as well, so that will free up.
They made trades, but France had to overcommit ults. So now they're going to be retaking, again with low energy Zarya versus a team comp that's most likely not going to be feeding a much ult charge.
Backing up towards the high ground now. Chris is proving quite a pain in the backside on this wrecking ball, though. He's definitely getting in the back and making sure that crucial backline is being interrupted at all available opportunities.
He got pinned there with a charge. Soundbarrow coming out early for wins.
Come in here and try to engage. It's good bait right there, but they don't have the same sustain. Like, they don't have the Brig, so as soon as these fights open like this, your beat's running out like right now. So they're in the middle of the fight, and then the UK has armor popped. the Briggs healing, the Lucio's healing. They threw a Diva Bomb to reset them, and now they're all over the place. Like, they have a member over here, here. I think there's someone like over here from France, so they like need to reset in an area. So they go into the pub. But then Unko gets chunked, so he needs to self-heal. Poco's getting damaged, so they're just getting crossfired by everyone. Like, there's a ball swinging around, he's knocking everyone. There's a monkey cleaving everyone in the corner, so I don't like this just for the fact that, like, it feels like the Moira has to do too much. Like, they're relying on him to get, like, max AoE heals, like 5-man heals with his left click, and then also through Heal Orb and get so much healing. But if he's getting tagged at all, then he has to swap to right click most of the time to keep himself alive, and then the rest of the members are going to fall too quickly. And the Zarya isn't getting enough value. Like, the Zarya is getting reset way too often, where he's not going to be able to, like, get grav often enough for it to be as valuable as it could be. Spoko's able to get like focus down over and over again, where he's only gotten technically 1 grav, but it was in a losing fight, and then he's gotten it again. But they're already at the end of they're already capped second point.
I don't think if the UK doesn't win a map here, I think they're swimming back. I think that's the arrangement they have. So there's a little bit of tension still in the mix. Cruz going to release some tension into Poco. I don't think you feel very tense when you're dead.
Not so tense at all, but still managing to roll there.
I think it's another case of there's nothing really to grav. Like that, like UK's not been punished enough to like have to use their trance.
Tension disappears and you're like, okay, this last
they really got to hold on to them for so long. In these engages, there's the monkey on the high ground. The ball is going to swing from the ceiling, so both these tanks aren't going to be in the grav. They're getting like mega displaced as they're trying to come in, so like they're trying to grab the people in the cart, but like you can just see how many people got knocked back and displaced. Zarya hasn't been able to have like much charge yet to put a lot of pressure on this grab, so like, yes, if you can get the EMP and grav combos like rotating, then I think it works, but you can see here they're getting rotated on too quickly for them to like build them up fast enough. And then they have to do this kind of awkward swap. I wish this would have happened earlier. I wish Poco would have had swapped to this and then Nico would have swapped, or they would have just had it where Nico was playing Diva the whole time and then Poco would swap to Brig, but they needed the swap earlier.
Temporary happiness.
Temporary happiness. Story of life.
Well, it's going to be the case here. Christopher moving forward, 75%. Might have another minefield. Very good with his placement so far. Soon off to the side with the Sombra. They spotted them out. So on EMP, ready to go. That could really dismantle anything the UK have planned. He goes in, he's isolated. Boombox very low. Just need a few more bullets. Soon's going to give it to him.
Smek swaps to Zarya himself, and I'm not sure if that's the play. I feel like what's so strong about this comp is you get so much immediate dive pressure. And sure, you get the Zarya now to like outpace them, where you can get grabs and they can't, but at the same time, it feels like it's slower. Like the Zarya might be peeling for people, but it's probably just going to be like shooting a Sombra, and they don't get that same dive pressure.
Dropping the mine, Smek's already finding Ben Best, so we could be looking for more progress on this point. Win seems to be the target for Christopher. Will get topped up by the armor pack of Brigitza, but doesn't stop all the carnage that UK are laying down on the front.
Smex is doing a decent amount of damage in these cleanup fights, but I feel like the EMPs are just going to be more effective against them. I mean, they do good to like kill Nico first. You kill Nico first, you get him discorded. They're going to win the sustained fights.
Time's up. to get themselves that full completion on Route 66. On the space, and
as well. Still
Try the same thing again with this monkey.
as it stands so far. UK rolling out with the same once again. Goats, we've now taken to calling it. The other side of the bottom team, France, well, they're rolling out the same thing as well. Still keeping Soon on that Sombra.
I don't know if Chris understands the element of stealth here, because he did just ride across the train carriage thinking he could sneak behind France. Yeah, they kind of saw you and bursted you out, boys. You're going to come around the back anyway. Trying for something different. He wants to get right on top. Oh no, there's the clearance from Smek to take out Unko. He just gets out.
The tanks are getting traded on a lot. I think they want a different fight here if you're playing like this. I like this setup here. The setup is fine, where Kib is standing. I like the idea of having the ball sit up here, having the monkey sit up here, and then having like the diva somewhere over here where she can like shoot into the Sombra and like basically stop her from hacking either of these tanks. And then they basically force the backline if they're standing here to like rotate away so they don't get one shot by the dive. But when he commits like too far like this, he now has to instantly get out, and UK loses a lot of their pressure. He's getting bounced around. There's a huge chance he gets end up killed there. And Kib gets basically soloed out, so he has to get away while Christopher's getting healed. So they basically don't have any forward pressure anymore. Unko definitely needed an armor pack there.
And that's exactly what Dotes is all about. It's all about having 3 tanks. They're not even squishy members that you can deal with easily. It's 3 tanks being able to dive into the back line, clear out crucial targets without going down easily. Yes, they may have lost a couple of members.
It ends up like counter snowballing for France though, where Nico needed to be armor packing Unko, and then when Unko's not alive, then Nico can die because he's gonna orb.
Yeah, it's a lot of ult charge to feed over as well when you're hacked or immobilized or stunned. You can get a lot of ult charge over to the other side. So you have to be very wary about how deep you're going. It's not a case of trying to get the kill. You need to create value to your team.
Christopher doesn't gonna play the game anymore. He continues to get hacked in his pile driver.
Soon's still got that EMP available if he wants to pop it in this fight. He's going to do just that, Christopher. Left out to be sprayed down by the machine pistol. Kib, you're not going anywhere, buddy. He's going to be taken out by Unko. He's going to throw those orb destruction into you. Then Best and the rest of his merry men looking to move forward. They just need to clear
So yeah, this is what France should have been playing before, because I think this is somewhat the counter to what UK is playing. I don't think you need the Zarya. I think being able to have Brig, armor pack, any of the supports that are getting dove is super important. Give them armor for the next fight, so it's going to be even harder to kill them. And UK basically only has like dive as their only form of killing anyone. It's just putting the monkey in the ball on someone.
Nearly caught Cruz on his way out there because of his aggressive positioning, but Christopher will still gun him down. France have left Soon on the backline to push the payload a little bit further, but Mikey A doing a bit of spy checking with his flail, make sure he cannot back cap this for them.
Yeah, Soon not yet got towards that next EMP, but they do have 3 ultimates on their side, with Unko not being too far away from the Transcendence either.
And Christopher tries to get too much value here over and over again. This grapple is really bad. So whenever you see them all in cave, you can't have this line of sight right here. So there's basically a giant line of sight where they can see you're charging your grapple into them. And you can see he literally tries to like grapple to the ceiling and then run into people that are just going to instantly stun him and blast him. The play if you're him is stand above. You stand by wood or right here, and then you pile drive instantly into the ground and knock them up and slow them down, basically. You don't allow them to speed into you like this. Because once you get hit like this, you instantly have to back away. You lose all your pressure and they speed past you. And they just go on Boombox and kill him.
That's the problem with Dotes. If you don't use it to focus down the crucial members in the back line, you can get punished for it. Chris, for him to remain in the back end of this fight. Kid was having to jump away quite early because his health went a bit too low.
The Mesk was a bit aggressive right here. There's some people that got some forward spawns.
Which meant Unko had absolute freedom to push forward. The shot corridor traded. The two supports sat back on the cart, escorting it all the way through, while the rest of the team are pretty much trusting UK all the way back to spawn.
Hang on a minute.
Not anymore.
What are you doing? Why are you here? This makes no sense. They ran straight into the spawn room of the UK, and now the payload barely gets anywhere.
Nico playing a bit of a risky game there, trying to stay a bit too close. Both rallies coming out. Maybe this time from Nico, as most of the team weren't there. Same story actually for the UK. Boombox back at spawn, and Christopher was miles away, but the payload is still moving forward.
2 minute 45 on the
UK need to keep Smex alive in this fight because the EMP is about to come out.
Nico with the stun.
Allow him to like have the long-term damage in this fight.
Double shield while he might get some healing. Transcendence coming out from Unko. They're going to push forward with this momentum. EMP as well from Soon. This should shut down the UK entirely.
Yeah, the problem is France gets their... They just get out ult economy them. Like, I say that, but like, if you get your trance off, you're going to have more sustain in the fight. They're able to EMP Boombox. He's not going to be able to have any effectiveness. They killed them all. Smex gets his energy reset. They stagger Kib again. There's not going to be any contest 1 second. I don't like the Zarya just for the fact that you can get so punished playing it. Whenever they're trying to play this mega aggressive comp, if you get reset one fight, it's potentially a fight where it's like the Zarya doesn't have any effectiveness at all. Just doesn't have the same pressure.
Trying to fight away the aggression from Team UK as they dive all the way onto the other side of the payload. Grapple surge coming out from Smex. Locks them all together. Ben Best moving forward, but soon still going to find a way to take him out. France moving around that corner. Supports on payload escort duty. Unko, maybe questionable transcendence, but they're still getting the job done.
As long as the job gets done, as long as the map is completed, it doesn't really matter.
The problem is like he uses ult there, but he gets discorded himself, so he's like able to commit into it, kill someone, but these fights are happening so quickly, he's going to get reset. They're going to have to come out. Low energy Zarya, it's not getting any effectiveness. Boombox gets isolated here by Soon and Poco. Don't even have to use EMP, it's huge. Win a fight with that. Smex gets reset again. I think he just plays D.Va here. They swapped now, but they're gonna come out into an EMP. France losing this is actually a miracle. Like, I don't know how they lose this. The two people on cart are EMP'd. They're about to get D.Va bombed. Nico just goes way too over-aggressive, walks into a Discord and gets blasted. So he gets himself killed. Random-ass pin from the side. Wins just walks into the pin. And they actually just give UK the fight win with how the support's just positioned. They just go way too over-aggressive. Soon does super good about like farming super hard here at the end of the fight though, but can't have two of your best AoE supports just walking in and killing themselves in like the most winnable fight. Soon got to outpace again. It's EMP the beat. Ben's kind of just Discord and just gets chased down, so there's not a ton he can do, but
has the luxury of one, but Poco's very close to a patented bomb. Will he be able to get one off and get a kill here? Team UK losing more bodies. Boombox goes down to Unco, but they're not touching the payload.
They like continue to lose crucial members. Nico keeps dying, Ben keeps dying. So I have to keep resetting these fights.
Here's Nico on that Brigitte. Des begins the danger zone here for Team France. UK might guarantee themselves a map win here in this series.
They wouldn't be too disappointed with that either, thinking about it, but Bristol's been such a thorn in their side on this wrecking ball.
What a combo! Big bar! The knock-up with that pile driver and smacks with a self-destruct.
Like the double main tank actually offers like a lot of utility where you can win fights just off cooldown. So like Ryan can get a pin. They can ball diva combo. Like there's a lot of different things they can do with the double main tank. So you just have to be wary of that. But like once their cooldowns are down, then you should be able to out-sustain them with an extra DPS, having the Brig play more aggressively.
He has to recall though, overtime was able to be triggered. Ben throws in the shatter, Transcendence coming in. Self-destruct on the point of the sound barrier is the answer for Team UK. Poco finds one.
United Kingdom are trying to push forward here, make sure they can walk away with at least one map in their back pocket. France are going forward, they're getting a couple of kills, but their main tank is down. And we've been saying all day what happens when you lose that main tank.
You should lose the fight, but Soon is so close to an EMP. He might have to pop it immediately and give his team an edge. Smek's getting D-Met, Kib gonna go down, Cruz comes in, trying to dislodge Christopher.
Boombox doesn't get much effectiveness. Christopher gets stunned whenever he's trying to go for his swing combo.
Currently out of action as well. Wrecking Ball, Reinhardt, nowhere to be seen. France are the ones with the control of the power right now, and they're the ones getting the kill. A poker bomb in the air will find no one. They sent a D-Mac.
Hey, no one gets pinned on France's side, so they actually win.
The light show coming in for France. No one's guaranteeing anything here as everyone is taking so little to die. But Christopher will go down to Nico. They're trying to isolate Boombox for the next kill.
They've had so many ultimates come online during this fight. France are just trying to pick off the stragglers that keep on coming back in. Looks like they may have it. Specs brings out the block. It's saying Chris giving.
And some really bad staggers at the hand from France, but soon hard carries them, getting instant EMPs. Christopher doesn't get to play the game here. They try to overcommit way too far here. Nico actually ends up peeling for Unco, which is what they needed before.
Forcing the rest of France to come back, and Kib's caught out with the pin. Already getting that man advantage, 30 seconds remaining. But I imagine most of the progress for this round is going to come in overtime.
France had the problem before of they basically let the supports die. It'll lead up their time bank because they'd have to get a full reset, but they get the reset here. They're able to chase the staggers out. The Hammond trying to retake here isn't going to have as good of a position, so it's going to be really hard for him to retake. It's like, what can he swing off of? He has to like flank, but at the same time, who is he going to go onto? Like, they're able to commit here, but like once their cooldowns are actually down, he gets hacked. He has no more effectiveness. Nico hasn't really been touched right here, and he's able to swing and like really maintain the HP of the rest of his team. Like, it looks like UK should win, but France had that ult advantage from the fight before. Nico gets to stay alive for the entire fight and like really hard sustain his team.
Although they managed to bring Unco down at the very start with that triple tank setup, and it's super obnoxious. It's not like it's a 150 HP Tracer. It's not a 200 HP Genji. There's a total health pool there of approximately, I think it's 1700 HP. There is no way you managed to save a 200 HP Zen from being crushed by that setup.
It's too much meat. Too much meat in the kitchen. It's getting the meat sweats. He's a robot. If he sweats, he's just going to fry his circuitry desk.
Go very rusty, I think.
That, or he pops a fuse. I don't know how robots work. That's why I do this for a living.
Omnic
robots. Christopher
tries to go in again. He gets hacked.
He was hacked up that time by Soon, so he's going to die straight up again. Earthshadow finds both supports for Team UK, and they're going to move him closer to the point.
He isn't going to play the game, unfortunately.
Self-destruct up high. No one to be found by that fall down again.
If you're UK, I don't know what you do here. You maybe just have to stick on to the comp because of how much disruption it has. Maybe have Smex go in and just start spam shooting so he can like stop the hack, but like the pile drivers just keep getting hacked over and over again. That means he just dies out in the open.
Getting on towards the second point, I'm asking the question of can they full complete Route 66 once again?
Germany did it to them. I don't see why they can't do it to Team UK. Soon getting ready to go in position with the EMP, drops it onto multiple members. Boombox left by himself. Ben Best showed him no mercy with the hammer.
You could definitely do a good job forcing out B, but I mean, Wins doesn't need a beat here. The whole team's EMP, there's no threat on him. They need to save it for here.
Worst of all is, well, worst of all for the UK, best of all for France. They've got the...
Get the health pack hacked up. He did take out Boombox and create a little bit of a stagger for the United Kingdom, but France moving on to the home stretch with that 1 minute time bank. They've really made it go far. Christopher rolls straight down the middle, puts the mines on the back to make them decide whether they're going to fight.
It's actually a huge minefield here. He finally gets his pile driver off. He's finally able to flank because the Sombra's playing aggressively, trying to stop UK's backline. He puts the minefield down. They don't even need the trance technically, but he needs to be able to like play close and blow up the minefield with his trance. But they had to use the armor before. They just used the trance. They used the beat in a fight they didn't need to, so they're gonna lose the sustained fight now because UK is gonna be able to walk up with their trance. There's a bunch of alt economy, like mind games coming into these where if you're overcommitting to win fights, that doesn't actually mean much if the other team is going to be able to outpace you in the next fight and hold close enough where it doesn't matter. It's a lot of like baiting and mind gaming. France swapped off the Zarya, which they needed to. Play the Diva, play a bit safer. Christopher is not allowed to play the game though. He gets hacked, discorded, and blasted.
Doesn't matter, France coming out strong with a huge defense to reset the UK already. Ben Best giving Christopher a nice little nod there as well with the shield. Going back onto the point.
Nice little nod with those quad cannons.
I guess part of what I wasn't considering before is like if you do play the Zarya with the ball, then you have a chance to give him the bubble when he dives in, but like the problem is like that bubble can get bursted really quickly. I guess it gives enough time for the pile driver to go off, but he can get hacked as he's just pile driving into the ground. Or the bubble just doesn't come off in time and he still gets hacked.
He's going to have some time when it comes out of the hack to be able to drop the pile driver, but he swings through. Oh, so close getting environmentals, but he's done a nice bit of beat damage. Hacked off the edge of the map. Soon. You can hear from the crowd.
Like he's trying his best to like get as much attention as he can, but UK definitely needs to have other members assisting him and like have the monkey jump on the Sombra while they're going for this combo or something. Because Soon shouldn't be allowed to like free hack every single fight.
He's literally playing Sombra like a full-on DPS. She's more of a saboteur, getting in the backline and causing trouble. As it stands right now, he's literally bringing down more members of the enemy team than most of his teammates.
Okay, 1 minute remaining. France had this much time themselves, so we know they can still make that distance. With Soon not being on the map, Christopher has a window of opportunity to get something done without being hacked. But that window gets shorter and shorter every single time that he doesn't do anything wrong. Shatter through the point. Mikey A going to be there. EMP lands with the multiple members. Unco takes out Kip. A boo pop, but it's not far enough to get the environmental, but it might isolate him from the rest of his team.
Ben.
Oh, Mikey A finding a way to do it. Soon he's about
It's honestly just a massive ult at this point.
back to safety. The UK starting to make some progress, and they're putting a lot into doing this. There's the power driver after the knock through. It's a clean wipe as Unco sent flying. UK 20 seconds remaining. You're going to have to do it in overtime.
This is whereabouts the push began for Team France as well. Nice opening EMP coming out of Soon, but they just couldn't keep themselves together once all the ultimates started coming out of the UK. Smex's Graviton Surge.
Skip die here.
Enough work to catch out a couple of crucial members, and Ben.
Oh, he gets saved. Okay.
He got knocked off. Bit of a sad story. Still keeps going.
France can do like a soft engage here because they most likely won't die to this engage if they ball like this and allow Soon to get like EMP and then reset on them. So you get EMP, then you go and chase someone after, but you need to give him time to get it. He gets it, he goes back. France is playing safe. He's able to walk up. You EMP the rest of the members. Boobox definitely needed to just trans early there. That's the only way they win.
Going in as the #1 seed to the draw as well. The dream scenario they were hoping for. There's only a few dregs left. Kid forced up the point. France